So here's a little quickie just to show you how to work with the text. You call up a course, and let's see here, we'll bring one up. Here's a course. Let me go into 2D mode and paste in a course. So club some judge. This is a really big course size, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of meters, as that's I was working with an international course just a few minutes ago. So I'll size the course back down. Let's say I want to go 100 feet, maybe a height of 120 feet. Okay, that's fitting in there. Now here I can, the problem is my text is intruding in here and I want to get it out. So let's say I'm going to come here to the text properties, and I'm going to resize the course border to fit this text. So I'm going to fit this at the top, and what that's going to do is it's going to throw the text outside of the border. And so now I want to edit those text properties again. I don't want the lines around it, so I will take off the box around that, and maybe I will, keep that on 2 lines. Or here is the date that this would be, and maybe I'm going to move that up here. And maybe I don't want the judge name down there. Maybe I'll do this. Alright, so that's fitting there nicely. I'll move that center. Same thing, I'm going to come down here to the bottom, move that to the bottom outside of the border, get rid of the box. So here I've got the biathlon standard. Maybe here is where I'm going to put my judge name. And let's say I look there and decide I would like some more information here on this. I want to say next dog in the ring, when the previous dog is, let's see, in this course it would make sense for the previous dog to have, let's say, completed weaves number 15. And this one I don't really care where it is. I can put it here on the course. Now that you see I've created something outside, I can go ahead and move that down here if I want to. I can add labels for entrance and so on and so forth. Let's say that I've got some notes to myself. One note might be, I don't know, I'll warn myself that Club mentioned that the upper left corner might be tight or might not be level. So maybe I'm leaving that note to myself, and because it's for myself, I'm going to make that note hideable. Okay, so I'll put that here, and I don't need that note quite that big. So again, I'm going to come to my properties and say I want this note a lot smaller than it currently is. So I'm going to make that note look a little bit more like that. So there, the club mentioned that. And this is a hideable text. So when I can come up here and use one of these options up top, I can hide all the text by keeping all that there. So it's still there for my notes, but I turn it off for when I want to print. Now let's say that you want to see a different orientation to this course, right? Maybe I would like to see a border on this side where I can put more notes, or maybe I want to reorient the course. So let me do that. I'm going to reorient this course. So now I'm going to say it's going to make it big for the moment so that I don't lose any anything. And I'm going to take all this and I'm going to rotate that. So I'm going to, well, I don't want to reverse it. What I'm going to do is mirror. I'm going to turn this all so it looks like this, and push it this way, Move it down here again so I don't lose it. And now that I've got that, I can go ahead and resize this course back down some, so I don't need it quite that high anymore. Let's go down to 90 feet, see what we get. And it's warning me that I'm going to be clipping, so let's undo that. I'm going to move this all up to the top. And now I'm going to resize that course down again. So what did I go to? 90. Alright, so I've got that. Course size. Sorry, I still did want a big width. Got that wrong. It was the height I wanted to reduce. Let's do that. Yeah, that's looking better. So here that looks a bit more like that, and I don't need all this extra width on the side. So I can trim the width down. Let's see if it'll fit in 100. Probably should. Yeah, so here I've got that. Some, whoops, like that. And right now I still want, the whole point of this was I wanted to be able to leave a border on the side. Let's say I've got something important I want to say. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to change my border size. So normally there's a bit of a border at the top and bottom. That got increased automatically when you specified that we needed to move the text there. I don't have any border on the left or right, so let me go ahead and put, let's say, a 40-foot border on my right. So now that looks like that. So here's my course. This is all still like this, and that leaves me a lot of room to come over here and say anything I want to say. This will be more important if you had a games briefing that you had to have, and it was a big games briefing. You can go ahead and add that there on the side by playing around with your borders. So that's how you get text outside of the course, and that's it.